Wake up and smell the coffee. Now I'm aware of the fact that it is almost impossible to beat a deck holding Aitsu as its leader, as such a deck is staggeringly weak. It comes no surprise, of course, but clinging to such a kind of deck is not good for my mental health. In fact, the deck I used in the previous movie was so weak it couldn't even take me from Gold Tier 5 to Gold Tier 4 after struggling for half a day. I was stressed out about it because I realized I wasted so much time on I2. It's really I2wise. So I have rebuilt the deck like this, mixing August deck and Herald of Perfection deck. August is small but elect. Using August, it is easy to summon strong monsters from the extra deck. Additionally, August doesn't have so many monsters in the main deck, so I can find enough space for I2 and Koitsu to settle in. Meanwhile, Herald of Perfection is still there because it is necessary to give I2 the reason for being in this deck at the cost to activate the effect. To sum up, this deck is like Disturbing by Herald of Perfection and Offensive Power of August make this deck powerful, while I2 is discarded as a cost. Also, if there are any chances, I'll summon I2 and the Koitsu and burst the double-powered bazooka featuring the paper airplane. Now, let's see how this deck will work in duels. Depending on my hands, I choose either of the two strategies. One is summoning Herald of Perfection as soon as possible. The other is immediately making Arcus get firing on all cylinders. It is especially easy to start getting things away with the Arcus build. I'm really indebted to it when I have a lot of useless cards in my deck. Arcus attacks, Herald of Perfection defense, and I too dives into the GY as a cost. Hmm, now I feel that this deck is on track. Cool. Now I stay on top of my game, but this deck has added another wrinkle. That is, for the period I learned up from Gold Tier 5 to Gold Tier 1, I have never succeeded in summoning Aitsu. Now it is clear that there is a trade-off between tapping into the power of the weak cards and making the deck stronger. I mean, the more I go for the hard sell with Aitsu, the weaker my deck becomes, and vice versa. Well, it's not a kind of full-type chunky thing that usual cards are used in the decks, such as Edge Blossom and Join Spring, while there's no room for useless cards like Aitsu. But even if Aitsu has the same effect as Edge Blossom and Join Spring, I was not sure to use him due to some visual motives, so Maxi would be worse. Great! Now the concept of this deck seems to have shifted from winning victories with I2 to taking I2 to the higher place. That's okay. Let's see how high a rank I can reach with 3 I2s. Just when I get to the top with them, still, I can proudly roar the following place. I2 as number 1.